For this next example, we're going to be looking at how we can use Refinery to think about the views for not a single building looking at an object, but really a whole series of buildings that might be on a grid, and how we can maximize the view potential of all of those different buildings. So this is one of those, getting more complicated sort of problems. Now there's a lot of different data points to consider. This is provided as a study graph file, 13 views, 2 direction, okay, by the Refinery team. And this is all about setting up a grid of buildings and thinking about really what the view opportunities are from those buildings, and thinking about how we could arrange the buildings on that city block, kind of shift their left and right direction. We could also, as a part of a different study, think about the heights of the buildings to basically allow some different view corridors to some specific points of interest. Okay, then really thinking around what is the optimal arrangement of the buildings, so what is their locations to sort of provide the maximum number of views in each of those different directions, the maximum number of views to the south and the maximum of views to the east. So just to give you a sense of what the model looks like, there's a lot of logic in here that just basically controls the location of these different orange buildings. Let me kind of close that up. But here's what we're basically after, is that there is some sort of interesting view over to the south. There's some sort of interesting view over here to the east. And the idea is we're trying to create views of the buildings. We have to create the buildings, but we need to shift them around in such a way that we can then try to maximize that view potential. So for example, for this building here, which has a great view over here to the south, it also is looking past the building over here. So part of the building has a great view over to the east also. The second building has a great view to the south, but it's completely blocked over here to the east. So there's really nothing for it to see. This third building over here, it really can't see to the south. It's blocked by this building. You're sort of seeing the rays kind of go through that building that are part of its view. It has a view over here to the east. Oh, this building over here, you can sort of see around both sides of that building. This one's kind of completely blocked in that direction. But the idea is we're really trying to maximize the total amount of view, the non-blocked views in all those different directions, so as many people as possible can enjoy kind of those good views, and just kind of think about how we could arrange those to make that happen. Kind of a very classic city problem, especially if you're kind of thinking of doing a development with many different towers, kind of thinking about how they could all enjoy the view, is a very tricky business. And this will help you very quickly evaluate lots of different alternatives of different locations, different X, Y, and X and Y locations for the 6 different towers. So you can start to think about really how they can shift around relative to each other. Okay, so let's go through and take a look at how this is constructed.